Hi, I'm Zaranyzerak, and welcome to the Multimedia Chronicles. Yeah, I know that was lame. Whatever. Anyway, Jackass. You either love it or you hate it, or you're completely disgusted by it and want nothing to do with it whatsoever. Myself, well, you may recall back when I did my DVD collection overview a while back, I showed one section that I like to call the Guilty Pleasures shelf and had a few Jackass DVDs on there. Yeah, it's since moved from the Guilty Pleasures shelf, and I now announce it loudly and proudly. I am a Jackass fan. It's really funny to me to see people's reactions to Jackass. I mean, people are either completely disgusted by it and just think it's all about shitting, pissing, puking, and penises flying around all over the place, and other people love it. I mean, I know a lot of really intelligent, well-balanced, intellectual people who love Jackass. I don't know, maybe somebody could write a book where they could go into the reasons as to why that is, but I think it's a great show, and I have a lot of fun watching it, and sometimes you just want to turn off the brain and watch people be idiots, you know? But the thing is, they're not just idiots, they're like artful idiots. It's like, yeah, there's all the shitting, pissing, puking, and penis, but there's also a lot of just crazy, wild, messed up stunts half the time that don't even go right. They can go completely wrong, and that's where the entertainment is. It's hilarious because it completely blows up in their faces. There's a lot of practical jokes and hidden camera stuff, and then there's just plain silliness. So it's really quite a mix of stuff. So one of the reasons I wanted to do Jackass right now is because, of course, some of you may have heard that Jackass 3D is coming out. Hence the, well, sort of dual purpose having the real D shades on, because, you know, trying to be as cool as Johnny Knoxville in the intro and failing dismally, and also because they're 3D glasses. So, yeah, man, I could care less about Avatar and all those other 3D movies coming out lately, but man, Jackass 3D, now that's what's going to make me get off my ass and buy a 3D TV. Because you know that's going to come out in a deluxe 3D Blu-ray edition that's just going to be a must-have for everybody's Blu-ray collection. Alright, anyway, enough about that. What I wanted to talk about today was some of the various DVD editions out there. Now, this is basically operating under the assumption that you, like me, are a Jackass fan, and you would like to have some Jackass to enjoy in your DVD library. But if you, like me, have been shopping around for them, you may have noticed there's a lot of different versions you can choose from. Hence, the Jackass DVD Disambiguation. This isn't going to be anywhere near as complicated as all my old ones, because there's really not a lot you need to know. There's basically just one version of each thing that you want to hunt down and get, because it's basically going to give you everything. So what I'm going to show you is what I have in my collection, and what, if you want the most complete Jackass collection on DVD you can possibly have, you should get for your collection. Alright? Now, first off, let's talk about the TV show. The TV show has been released in a couple of different forms. First off, there was a set of individual volumes released. There was volumes 2 and 3, and then later we got volume 1. Apparently there's some kind of legal entanglements in some of the contents of volume 1, so they weren't able to put it out right away when the other two came out. So anyway, there's the 3 individual volumes. I don't own them, so we'll just find some covers for you and put them up there. So here's the thing. Yes, those volumes have some pretty cool content on them, but don't get them. And I'll tell you why. What you want to get, if you want to get the Jackass TV show, is not the individual volumes. Each individual volume has about 70 minutes of skits and running commentary by the guys, which is great, and that's pretty much it. There's really not a lot of stuff on them. So what you want to get instead is this. That's right, Jackass the box set. So let's work our way through the innards there, and I'll just give you a quick look. So basically the box set contains absolutely everything that is in those individual volumes. But here's the difference. The version of volume 1, for example, that's in the set has about 30 or 40 minutes of additional sketches that aren't on the individual volumes. Same for volume 2. Yeah, where we go? I can't see. Oh. There we go. Okay. And same for volume 3. So that means basically if you get the box set over the individual volumes, you're getting almost 2 hours of additional material from the shows that is not included on the individual volumes. And all the content from the individual volumes is on here. So basically you have all the commentary, all the skits, all the segments, plus about 30 or 40 minutes of additional segments on each thing. So if you want as close as you can possibly get to the complete Jackass library on DVD, that's the way to go. Now, you also get the bonus disc. Now the bonus disc has some pretty cool stuff on it. One of the big ones is you have the special Gumball Rally episode, where they participate in the, I guess it's Cross Europe rally race against all these, like, the biggest, most high-performance cars in the world. And of course they picked like the crappiest shit box they can, and it's their adventures as they're trying to keep up with the Gumballers, and it's just hilarious. That also has commentary on it. You've also got Jackass Cribs and Jackass VMA Video Music Awards cast appearances, and then you've got a few other additional skits that aren't on any of the 3 volumes. So overall, great set. But it doesn't stop there, because in addition to that, you got this cool book. And the book, let me just see if I can give you a bit of a look here. The book is loaded with all kinds of behind-the-scenes photos, info about the origins of the show, about the making of the show, and just a bunch of anecdotes and all kinds of cool information. And it's just a really slick, well put together book. I mean, this is really nice stuff here, you know. So you get so much more in the box set. I don't know what more I can say. I mean, it is so much better of a value than the individual volumes. Now, one thing I need to say about the way that the Jackass TV series has been released on DVD, and this is something that a lot of fans were a little ticked off about, and if you go onto Amazon and read some of the reviews, you'll see a lot of negative reviews of the TV volumes because of this. And that's basically that instead of just presenting the episodes in their original episodic form, they've basically taken random selections of skits and smushed them all together with just like one intro and one outro. So it basically plays out like one gigantic 2-hour-long Jackass episode on every volume. Now, me personally, I don't really have a problem with that because, I mean, the structure of the show is, it's a skit show, essentially, and it doesn't have any kind of real continuity to it. I mean, yeah, there would be sometimes recurring themes within an episode, but there's really no rhyme or reason to it. It's just kind of random selections. I mean, they're not even presented in the order that they shot them, so it's not like you're going to see the evolution of anything over the course of the series, watching them in order. You know, it's just, it's very random. I mean, it's random to begin with, so why is it such a big deal that they're random on the DVD? But one of the big issues people had with it was the fact that because they didn't include the episodic versions, they were missing a lot of the Johnny Knoxville Welcome to Jackass intros, as well as the ending title montages. Now, the ending title montages were a big deal because they would often show additional scenes and additional clips and little behind-the-scenes tidbits and whatnot that you don't see in the show. So it was all bonus material for that episode. So, MTV heard the pleas of fans, and rather than re-release everything that had been released twice already, yet again, in yet another form, they put out this, Jackass The Lost Tapes. Oh yeah, there you go. So basically what this has is, as far as I'm aware, every single skit minus, I think, maybe 2 or 3. You're really not missing much. Every single, like, significant skit that was not included on the box set. So, you got some alternate versions of some of the sketches, some earlier versions, stuff like that, and all kinds of goodies. Nothing to write home about on the inside, it's just a disc in a case. They really didn't put a lot of effort into the packaging. But here's a couple of cool things that you got on here. So first off, you have most of the sketches, most of the skits that were missing. But in addition to that, you have a montage of all the Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville segments from the beginnings of all the episodes, including truncated versions of the ones that are included on the box set. And you've got a montage of every single end credit sequence from every single episode of Jackass. So finally, you have all that bonus material from the individual episodes, but compiled all together into one like massive thing that you can check out. And then you got an inside look at jackassworld.com, which is of course the website. Whew! So that just covers the TV series. Now for me personally, my intro to Jackass was the first movie. I had never really heard anything about it. I didn't have cable at the time, so I didn't really see the show before. So when Jackass came out in the theaters, it was totally new to me. All I knew was that a lot of people were going to see it. Tickets were selling like hotcakes. I was working at the theater at the time. The Jackass audience was the messiest audience I've ever seen for any movie ever. To put this in perspective, a couple weeks later we got Star Trek Nemesis, and it was in the same theater that Jackass had been in 2 weeks prior. And Star Trek Nemesis, we hardly had to clean up anything. The Trekkies were so clean and tidy compared to the Jackass fans, my god. That said, I absolutely loved the movie, and obviously wanted to get it for my DVD collection. And I did. But we'll talk about the movies next time, because I feel like it. There's a fair amount of stuff to go into with the movies, not quite as much as the TV shows, but let's split it up into 2 parts, shall we? So I'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.